Hey then, welcome to this video on Ollama in 100 seconds. Ollama is a software that we can install in our computers or in a remote server somewhere that allows us to run open source large language models that we can leverage in our applications. It helps cut costs as well as ensure that our applications have some privacy if we don't want to expose our data to other large language models that are provided by different providers. So yeah, how do you get started with Ollama? You need to visit ollama.com, and then once you get there, just click on download and install the Ollama version of your preference. Once you have done that, you can then visit your terminal and type in, say for instance, Ollama to get a list of commands that you would want to work with. If we wanted to pull a specific large language model, we would need to go back to Ollama and then go to models and use a model that works best for our case. In our case, we're going to use DeepSeek R1 and the most basic or smallest model, which is actually powerful enough. So DeepSeek 1.5p. We're just going to copy the command that we see there, then go back again to our terminal and paste that command to be able to get to pull that, to download that large language model within our system. For now, we're not going to do that. I already have mine already pulled, and I can be able to see the models that I have pulled by just typing in Ollama list. For this case, we're going to develop an application that allows us to be able to perform some sentiment analysis for just the use case purpose. So in this case, we have a Python application that has a review, which is as follows: the product was bad, etc. And we give a comment that says classify this sentiment, the sentiment of this review, and then we call our Ollama, our DeepSeek model using Ollama, and we pass a few parameters. We specify that we want a JSON output, but more specifically from the DeepSeek model, and we set our temperature to 0 for objective responses. And then here we're just going to get the sentiment itself. To run this particular application, we just need to go back to the terminal, and in this case, type in Python 3 sentiment analysis.py, and we should be able to get a negative as the output. We can go further and develop a Streamlit application, which will make our application much more useful for users. So we could decide to create a Streamlit application that looks like this. Is just the code for that. Have some function to clean a dataset. So a dataset would be something like this that contains a list of reviews, and that would be cleaned using a function. We specify the title of our Streamlit application and also the input for our review file, and then we write the logic for querying the DeepSeek model. And it's just the same logic as we had before. So that would be how we would write that code. In order to run that particular code, we would need to to go back to our terminal, type in Streamlit run.py, and this will just simply open up our Streamlit application on the web. Here we can be able to select a dataset, reviews txt dataset, and it will take just a while to run through. Yep, and that's it. That's Streamlit that's Ollama in 100 seconds.